Hello and welcome back to Step-by-Step GuitarTuition.com. This is the first lesson in the Step 5 module for intermediate players, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how to play A and E shape suspended fourth bar chords, and also A and D shape suspended second bar chords. And you can add this to your major, minor, dominant seventh, major seventh and minor seventh bar chords that you've learnt in the previous modules. In this lesson I'm going to assume that you've mastered all of those bar chords from the previous modules. If you haven't, I'd recommend that you go back over those lessons before you continue with this one. So let me show you how you would bar an A suspended fourth chord shape. First, form an A sus4 shape using your second, third and fourth fingers so that your first finger is free, and then carefully move the shape up the fingerboard. Try not to lose the shape. And then again lay your first finger across the first fret, top 5 strings, press firmly and strum the top 5 strings. And then try and move the shape up the fingerboard into the next fret. Just relax the pressure slightly and then move up. Try not to lose the shape, you might have to reposition your fingers slightly. And again, top 5 strings. Now let's have a look at how to bar an E sus4 shape. Start by forming an E sus4 chord with your second, third and fourth fingers so that your first finger is free. Move them all up into the third fret, and then you're going to lay that first finger all the way across the first fret nice and straight. Press firmly and strum all 6 strings. And then relax the pressure and just try and move up to the second fret without losing that shape. Press hard again and strum. Now let's move on to an A sus2 chord shape. Firstly, form an A sus2 with your third and fourth fingers, and then move up into the next fret. Lay your first finger in the first fret across the top 5 strings. Press firm. If you need to help with your second finger you can, and then strum the top 5 strings. Then relax the pressure, move up into the next fret, try not to lose the shape, and strum the top 5 strings again. And lastly, let's look at barring an open D sus2 chord. First, form a D sus2 chord using your third and fourth fingers, and then move the shape up into the next frets. Try not to lose the shape, and then lay down a half bar across the top 4 strings, and then press firmly and strum the top 4 strings. Relax the pressure and move up. Try not to lose the shape into the second fret, and strum again, top 4 strings, press hard. Now let's look at the naming of those chords as we move the chord shapes up and down the fingerboard. Starting with an A sus4, if you play it with your second, third and fourth fingers and move up a fret and bar across the first. Now because we've moved the A sus4 chord up 1 fret, the next note in the chromatic scale after A is A sharp or B flat. So that chord is called A sharp suspended fourth or B flat suspended fourth. And if you move up another fret, the next note in the chromatic scale is B, so you've got B suspended fourth, and B goes straight to C, C sus4, and that's another way of playing an open C sus4, same chord. If you move up another fret, you've got C sharp sus4, or D flat sus4, and then D sus4, and that's another way of playing an open D sus4. And then if you move up another fret to the 6th, that will bar in the 6th, that's D sharp or E flat sus4. And another fret, E sus4. And that's the same as playing an open E. Obviously it sounds high because you're higher up the fingerboard. Now you can carry on right up the fingerboard as far as you can go. If we try that now with an E sus4 chord shape, if we move up 1 fret, bar across the first, press hard, you've gone from E to F sus4, and move up another fret, F sharp suspended 4th, or G flat suspended 4th, and then in the 3rd fret G sus4, in the 4th G sharp sus4, or A flat sus4, and then the 5th fret A sus4, A sharp sus4, or B flat sus4, B sus4, and so on. And with an A sus2 shape, play with the last 2 fingers, move up 1 fret, bar across, that's A sharp sus2 or B flat sus2. And if you move up to the 2nd fret, B sus2, move up again, B goes straight to C, C sus2, C sharp or D flat sus2, D sus2, which is the same as the open D sus2, D sharp sus2, or E flat sus2, and E sus2. And lastly, let's try the D sus2 shape. So if you play that with your 3rd and 4th, and then move up 1 fret, and a half bar across the top 4 strings, we've gone from D to D sharp sus2, which can also be called E flat sus2, and then E sus2, E goes straight to F, F sus2, F sharp or G flat sus2, G sus2, G sharp or A flat sus2, A sus2, and so on up the fingerboard. So if you're playing a song which has, say, a B suspended 4th chord in it, you now have 2 different options available to you. You can play it with an A sus4 shape barred at the 2nd fret, that's A sharp B, or you could play it with an E sus4 shape barred at the 7th fret. That's the same chord. And if you're playing a song which has, say, an F sus2 in it, you have 2 different options available to you. You could play it with an A sus2 at the 8th fret, or you could play it with D sus2 at the 3rd fret. Hear how those chords sound the same. So that's F sus2 and F sus2 with a D sus2 shape. Later on in this module, I'll show you some chord sequences that utilise all of the different chord families that you've learnt so far in the syllabus. That's it for this lesson. I look forward to seeing you in lesson 2, where we'll look at some 1-octave major and minor pentatonic scale patterns in various positions across the fingerboard. I'll see you then.